Good afternoon. It's Dave here, coming in with another video. We're headed towards work right now. I got 32% of the battery. Can't believe these things run the battery down so quick. Now, I'm talking about the GoPro Hero 7. I'm gonna put on your seatbelt because it'd be ridiculous for another cop car to stop this cop car. Anyways, we're headed towards work right now, but I'm debating, even though I'm not really hungry, but it's very hard to go back into town to go get dinner. I'm thinking of maybe just stopping at Starlight. It's a local hamburger store. I was talking about, we're in the process of starting to plant watermelon. Since I work for a farm now, we're in the process of starting watermelon, which is a great fruit. It's also considered a vegetable, but it's a little both. I was in the Philippines a few weeks ago. I had just returned October the 3rd. During those trips, doing island hopping, I was able to notice their watermelon, and I'm talking about the fact that since I grow watermelons also here in the U.S., I noticed the size of their watermelon, and that for them it was considered a very big watermelon. It was about this size, kind of like the personal watermelons that we sell. We sell watermelons that small, but they're personal watermelons. They're not. Because we have humongous watermelons. But anyways, it was pretty good. They were very sweet. I guess it ain't too expensive in the Philippines, especially because of its size, or maybe of its quality. I'm not sure. I hear that Japan has the same size of watermelon that the U.S. has, but yet theirs cost $199.99, and it sells like hot butter. And I can't understand where Japanese people would even want to buy a watermelon for $199.99. But there are people that buy that, and there's a lot of people that buy that. And as a matter of fact, they're out of watermelons already. So that kind of gets me to think. Well, you know what? Why don't I go over to the Philippines, since President Duarte has proclaimed that American citizens or any foreign national can enter the Philippines and get himself a business visa, and we can buy land in the Philippines. You know, I could probably go out there and buy 10, 12,000 hectares of land and bring the American seed to the Philippines, because their seed is too small of a watermelon. Our seed is pretty much excuse me, regular size. I'm thinking of, and I need to speak with a consultant about it, but I'm thinking of maybe getting myself a business visa and heading over and establish a route, establish a farm, so as I was saying, I was picking up dinner, on my way to work right now. A prospect of a business in the Philippines would probably be pretty adjustable if the money is right. I'm still doing a little bit of investigation because I still need to see if Philippine customs will allow my seed, American seed that I use in U.S., to be grown in the Philippines, because although the soils I have tested already, they are similarly the same type of material and the same properties involving American soil or soil here in South Texas than what it is in the Philippines. The only difference that in the Philippines there's more moisture involved, because even though it's in irrigated land, it doesn't really require too much of irrigation, because usually between March all the way to November is considered a monsoon season, which means that it's always raining. In this particular case, I need to make sure that the watermelon doesn't drown either. Even though the watermelon is considered a fruit or a vegetable and contains 90% water in it, you don't want to have a watermelon plant absorbing too much moisture, because then your watermelon will come out sour. It doesn't maintain its sweetness. It's got to have a balance. It's not supposed to be too moist, and it's not supposed to be too dry. It should be just enough to make the watermelon sweet in a manner that naturally I grow special watermelons that come out seedless, which is what most of the United States and the world enjoys. You know, who wouldn't want to have an ice cold watermelon, sweet, with no pit seeds? You know, you don't. A lot of people don't like to eat the seeds. You know, and my watermelons are seeded, or they're seedless. I grow from both. I grow also the personal watermelon, which is the 14 centimeter, or the large one, the large oval type, the large which is called the lunar type, or the round one, which is also seedless. It all depends on what the consumer wants in reality. Establish some type of organization where I could be able to have hired at least 15 or 20 employees working at the farm that's going to be dedicating itself to fertilizing the land. I would have to at least buy 2 tractors, one to form the land. Now it's got to be irrigated. Naturally, it would probably, most of the land in the Philippines, especially the farmers, I've noticed that they use irrigation anyways. So if anything, I don't think it would be too much cost worthy. I would have to check first, but I think if I can find myself a piece of land that already has its capability of irrigation, then yes, that would be best. We could be growing 2 seasons of watermelon and then switch it out to squash or something opposite, maybe corn, carrots, maybe even tomatoes. Something so that the land just doesn't just produce watermelons every year, because or else it'll stop. It gets tired. The land also gets tired of growing the same thing. So if we can get at least 2 seasons of watermelons and import them directly into Japan, you're looking at about an 87.9% profit, give or take, after the payments on the tractors, paying the people off, their insurance, their maintenance, things like that. I think it'd be possible. GoPro video off.